Alright, Shalom. All praise be to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rachakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of great millstone who rule well, and salutations unto the Archim who continue to push the word in truth and sincerity. Now this is the Guardian, from the Guardian here, and it says Waitrose. And by the way, Waitrose is one of those supermarkets that's more upscale. You know, over here in England, you've got your Tesco, your Sainsbury's, your Lidl, you got a few others, but those are like the main three. You know, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Lidl. Yeah, you know, you got, like I said, you got other smaller chains, but those are like the three major ones, right? But your Waitrose, if I've forgotten any other major ones, you know, brothers in the UK can correct me. But your Waitrose, you know, they're up there, but they're more upscale. You know, you'll find a lot more Edomites in a Waitrose, you know, with better ingredients, you know, better quality of meats. Like if you went to go Waitrose and buy some lamb, you know, you'll spend a lot more money on that, you know. Or some wine, the wine will be more expensive because it's better quality. Okay, so Waitrose is kind of up there. So Waitrose removes best before dates from fresh food to reduce waste. Shoppers encouraged to trust on judgment as chain removes dates from packaged fruit and vegetables. Waitrose is removing best before dates from nearly 500 fresh food products in an effort to reduce food waste. So basically they're trying to deter people. People think if it's going off tomorrow, I won't bother buying it. But if there's no date on it, so like, I don't want to make this too long, but if there's no date on it, then they can just whatever, you know. You know, the food's not visibly off or whatever, you know. So it says from September, the staff owns supermarket chain will scrap the dates on packaged fruit and vegetables, including lettuce, cucumber, and peppers, to encourage consumers to use their own judgment about food when food has gone off. But doesn't that conflict with certain of their laws that's in place, like food hygiene? Because when somebody, I'm just thinking, you know, from facetiously, what if somebody buys something and it's off and cooks it and gets food poisoning or something? They're not at all responsible. You know, and like I said, not that I give a damn, but just from the food laws that's out there, seems to be a little bit conflicting. And it says the move is expected to cut food waste by preventing people from throwing away products that are still edible, the retailer says, you know. But once again, this is a very subtle move, an adjustment towards getting people used to lower quality. Okay, getting people used to bread that may have a little bit of mold on it, you know. Okay, the accounts are given like in the World Wars. You know, if your food had a little bit of mold on it, they didn't care. It was still edible. You know, and like I said, Waitrose is known for them upscale foods in terms of the quality. You know, but getting people used to things that are almost off or whatever the case may be, you know, is slightly tweaking the taste buds and the psychology of the consumer. There's more on this, but I don't necessarily want to read that. But this is the book of Ezekiel 4:13, and it says, "And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." You know, and that gets into a lot of aspects, man. You know, they'll tell you that, you know, this has no pork inside of it, you know, but you'll find that there's residues of pork, you know, because the same, you know, gloves they wore to package the pork is the same gloves they're wearing to package the beef or the lamb or the chicken. You know, so your foods may have residue of unacceptable or abominable meats for consumption. You know, you may buy a pack of chicken. You may buy a chicken, right? Like some, you know, some fillet slices or whatever, and along with, you know, the chicken juice, you got like prawn juice. You don't know, you know. Okay, so I was talking about like the unclean meats, you know, that are biblically according to the law and not to consume. You know, that also goes for these alternatives, man. You know, bugs in chocolates, you know, bugs and flies, you know. And now, you know, now, of course, we know that the sell by date is just a guideline, you know, but because there's so much preservatives and stuff, their guidelines are on point because that's when the preservatives run out. So when it's time for the food to start decaying naturally, it decays at a faster rate. So if you, I tend to go by the sell by date because all the stuff they put on it to preserve it up until then expires on that date. So then the decay rate of whatever the food is, be it some vegetables or meat or whatever, it's gonna happen that much faster. You know, but taking it away, you know, like I said, people are gonna be consuming things of a lower quality, man. Alright, and that's just preparing people for a food shortage and to appreciate food that is not of the same quality as it was in its prime. You know, like there's a prime rape. There's a rape. Wow, Salakia. I tried to combine the words grape and rate at the same time. There's a prime rate where there's a prime of a grape, you know, but then if you leave that grape past its prime when it's ripe, it's gonna eventually turn into like a raisin, you know, dried up type of thing. So these foods are meant to be consumed in their primes when they're ripe. Alright? So you know, if people aren't judging these things properly, they're eating foods when it's on their decline. But once again, that's a psychological and physical taste bud adjustment. Alright, because there's a food shortage, man. You know, and basically appreciating food of a lesser quality is what is being psychologically wired into society, you know. You know, there's precepts where I could get on the famine, but I'm going to end it here, man, you know. But pretty much, man, that's what that is. Shalom.